As-salâm alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This Monday, open your ears and prepare your heart, for a unique opportunity is before you. Allah, in His infinite mercy, has prepared a special meeting for His chosen ones, a moment filled with blessings and revelations. Few will realize the grandeur of this day, but you, who hear this call, are among those chosen by destiny to receive His light. Imagine for a moment that this Monday is much more than just a day, that it is the key that unlocks the long closed doors in your life. Perhaps you have been through trials, felt a weight crushing your soul, or seen dreams fade away without understanding why. This Monday, there is a promise for you, a new breath that comes to purify your path. It is the day when Allah extends His hand to His chosen ones to offer them invisible gifts, answers to the prayers you have murmured in silence. But before receiving this grace, you must prepare your heart, purify your intention, and be ready to seize this opportunity. Don't let this moment pass you by, for the hours of this Monday contain secrets that only the sincere will discover. Those who will listen beyond the noise of the world, those who will understand that patience, faith, and perseverance are the keys to entering this sacred circle. You may be tired, lost, or full of doubts, but know that this Monday can be the beginning of a profound transformation. Don't give up. Don't close your heart. This message is a beacon in the night, an invitation to rise up, to move toward the light. Stay with me until the end, for every word here is a seed planted in your soul. You will discover the signs that show you are among the chosen ones, what you must do to receive the blessing, and how Allah changes the lives of those who sincerely respond to Him. Are you ready to open that door? Are you ready to hear what few hear, to see what few see, to believe what few believe? This Monday, Allah is calling you. Don't miss this opportunity. This journey has only just begun, and it could change your destiny. Since the dawn of time, Allah has chosen from among His servants those He calls His chosen ones. These special souls are not recognized by the world nor visible in the crowds, but they carry within them a light that distinguishes them, a light invisible to human eyes, but clear to the eyes of Allah. The chosen ones are not perfect, far from it. They are simply those who respond to the divine call with sincerity, who seek to please their Creator despite their weaknesses, their faults, and their doubts. The Quran often speaks to us of this special group, those who believe and whose hearts find rest in the remembrance of Allah. Surah Ar-Ra'd 28. These are the people who, despite the storms of life, maintain a vibrant connection with Allah. They seek inner peace in dhikr, in prayer, in quiet obedience. They are the ones who bear the weight of trials with patience, who persevere in righteousness even when no one is watching. Being chosen by Allah does not mean being above others, nor exempt from difficulties. On the contrary, the chosen often experience intense inner struggles, trials that only the pure of heart can endure. They are like the grain of wheat that must die in order to bear fruit, like the Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, who endured injustice and imprisonment before being elevated. The status is an honor and a heavy responsibility, that of remaining steadfast in faith, of continually purifying oneself, and of being a beacon for others. It is important to understand that the chosen are not just the pious people seen in mosques or religious circles. They are sometimes among the most humble, those whom the world ignores, but whom the Almighty knows intimately. They are distinguished by their intimate relationship with Allah, a relationship built on sincerity, steadfastness, and deep faith. You may be one of these chosen ones without yet knowing it. Your heart burning with questions, your ceaseless search for meaning, your desire for change are signs. Allah places trials in your path not to punish you, but to purify you. to prepare you for this Monday to be a turning point. The chosen ones know that every difficulty is an opportunity to grow, to draw closer to the Lord. It is essential to remember that this path is not solitary. Allah never leaves His chosen ones without help, and whoever puts his trust in Allah, He is sufficient for him. Surah At-Talaq 3. It is in this deep trust that the strength of the chosen ones lies. For they know that despite their weaknesses, Allah supports them, guides them, and elevates them. Reflect on these words and ask yourself this sincere question. Am I ready to be among those whom Allah calls His chosen ones? Am I ready to answer this call with all my heart? If so, this Monday marks a sacred beginning for you, a day when destiny can change. There are days when everything seems aligned in the invisible, when the heavens bend towards the earth, and when the light of Allah illuminates paths that man does not yet see. This Monday is one of those unique days. It is not a Monday like any other. It carries within it a spiritual weight that only an attentive soul can feel. There are times in the life of a believer when Allah wants to speak to him through circumstances, through signs, through a reminder like this. This Monday is one of those sacred moments. You are not here by chance, and this message does not resonate within you by accident. It is a call, an invitation to enter a new season where the doors of divine goodness open like never before. But why this Monday? Why now? Because there is a time for everything, and this moment is aligned with your inner journey. The chosen ones sense things that others do not. They sense when the wind changes, when the atmosphere carries a scent of renewal. And this Monday, you will feel it in your heart if you remain silent. Allah chooses precise moments to transform the lives of His servants, and He often does so when we least expect it, but when we need it most. Think about everything you've been through lately. These difficulties, these misunderstandings, these prolonged waits. Don't think it's all meaningless. Every tear, every frustration, every silence from Allah was a preparation. And now you're arriving at a time when all this will take shape. This Monday is like a pause in the tumult, a divine breath offered to those who held firm, who didn't give up, who continued to pray even in the dark. There is immense wisdom in the way Allah leads us to our blessings. He waits for the perfect moment. He chooses the moment when your heart is mature enough to receive, humble enough to understand, aligned enough not to waste what He grants you. This Monday is precisely that moment for you. You did not arrive here by accident. You are one of those who are ready, and this day is meant for you. Some will say, but all Mondays are the same. No, not for the watcher, not for the listener. The Prophet fasted on Mondays, not out of mere habit, but because it was the day of his birth, the day of revelation, the day of beginnings. And you too, this Monday, can be your spiritual birthday, your day of personal revelation, your starting point. It only takes one day for everything to change. And that day can be today. You must understand that Allah's blessings don't always manifest in spectacular form. Sometimes they come as a sudden peace in your heart. Sometimes they come as a word that falls at just the right moment, or as a clear idea after weeks of confusion. This Monday, open yourself to this subtlety. Pay attention to every detail. The message you are waiting for may be hidden in a gesture, a coincidence, an encounter, or a sudden insight. Allah speaks to His servants in 1,000 ways, and this Monday He wants to speak to you. Ask yourself this question now. Am I ready to hear what Allah wants to tell me today? Am I awake enough to hear the call hidden in this seemingly ordinary Monday? It is not in the noise that you will hear. It is in the calm of the soul, in the silence after the reminder, in the inner disposition. You must enter this Monday as one enters a mosque, with reverence, with hope, with humility. Don't miss this day. Don't let banality rob you of the sacred. This Monday, choose to live differently. Choose to walk differently. Fast, perform more voluntary prayers. Increase your dhikr. Perform discreet sadaqah. Make a long supplication after Fajr or after Asr. Seize this day, because you may not find that same openness again for a long time. The gates of heaven do not open the same way every day. This Monday, if you take one sincere step toward Allah, He will take 10 steps toward you. If you stretch out your hand with purity, He will fill it. If you weep before Him, He will dry your tears with His presence. Do not be among those who hear the reminder and turn away. You are chosen. This Monday is your appointment. Prepare your soul as one prepares a heart for a great love, with respect, with expectation, with joy. Change is near. It begins today. There are days when Allah looks at you with particular attention, not because you have accomplished something extraordinary in the eyes of the world, but because your heart has vibrated the call of His light, because despite the wounds, despite the doubts, you have kept within you a thread of faith, however fragile. This Monday is a day like that, a day when your name may be mentioned in the heavens, a day when the angels look over your fate, a day when the doors of Rahmah open wider than usual. You see, what you're feeling right now is not ordinary. This tugging in your heart, this silent tension between what you're experiencing and what you're hoping for, this feeling of not being fully aligned with your reality. All of this is a call, an inner signal that tells you that you haven't yet arrived at the station your soul desires. And this Monday, Allah invites you to look up, to emerge from fatigue, to stop apologizing for who you are, and to walk toward what you are meant to become. There is a nobility within you that you may not have yet embraced. You have been shaped by pain that others do not see. You carry a silent history that has taught you compassion, patience, strength, and all these qualities are not there by chance. They are there because Allah prepared you. He shaped you through trials. He left gaps for you to pour prayers into. He allowed delays so that you would learn to wait for Him and not rush into the world. Allah's chosen ones are in no hurry. They move at the pace of His will. And this Monday, you are invited to understand that your life is not out of your control. It is under control. It is orchestrated with divine precision. Even what seems useless to you has its place. Even what has broken you has His wisdom. And now, you are reaching a point where all this is beginning to take shape. But to see the signs, you must purify your gaze. You must stop evaluating everything by the world's standards. Success is not just money, projects accomplished, or recognition. True success is being at peace with Allah. It is walking in an inner silence where you know that you are loved, that you are guided, that you are exactly where you need to be. And if today, this Monday, you feel a pull toward recall, toward return, toward profound change, do not ignore it. For the chosen ones, do not ignore the signs. They welcome them, even when they are painful, even when they are disturbing. There is something special about moments when everything seems unclear, for that is where true submission is born. Not when everything is clear, but when everything is uncertain. And yet you say, Ya Allah, I trust you. This Monday, be that person. Be the one who chooses Allah, even without understanding, even without seeing, even without yet receiving. For pure faith begins there, in the emptiness filled with hope, in the absence wrapped in trust. This Monday can be the day Allah places in your heart an understanding you never had before. This day can be the moment a verse takes on new meaning, when an old saying suddenly comes alive. It's as if everything you've heard for years has been silently waiting for this day to fully resonate. And now, it all makes sense. And now you remember that your existence is not in vain, that you are on earth for a purpose, that you were created with meaning, direction, and a mission. So don't waste this Monday. Don't let it pass by as just another day. Let this be the day you decide to live consciously, to pray with your heart, to ask with a new intensity. Let this be the day you choose to forgive, to let go of grudges, to finally lay down the heavy baggage. This Monday, make an act that will mark your destiny, a sincere decision, a profound prostration, a tearful prayer, a true return. Because sometimes all Allah wants from you is a movement, one step, one firm intention, and from there, He opens, He gives, He transforms. This Monday, be that servant who takes the step, and let Allah do the rest. There are truths your soul knows even before your mind understands them. This Monday, the entire universe seems to be whispering to your heart that something is changing. Not outside, but inside. You may feel this weight on your chest, this fatigue without any clear reason, this strange nostalgia for somewhere else you can't name. It's not sadness. It's a transition, a sacred passage. And if you're here, listening to these words, it's not a coincidence. It's an answer. Allah has heard your sighs. He has seen the nights you wept alone, unsure how to verbalize your pain. He has counted every tear, even those you never shed. He has seen when you smiled in front of others, while your heart silently cried out. And He has chosen you, out of all souls, to hear this reminder. He reaches out to you, and once again, on this special Monday, not to judge you, but to draw you to Him, with gentleness, with mercy. You have not been forgotten. Even in moments when you thought you were abandoned, Allah was there. He was waiting for you to turn your gaze towards Him, to finally lay down the burden you have been carrying for too long. He doesn't ask you to be perfect. He doesn't ask you to have it all figured out. He just asks you to come back. And this Monday is an invitation to come back with sincerity, with truth, with that vulnerability you have been hiding from the world. Allah's chosen ones are not those who never fail. They are those who, despite their falls, still rise again. They are those who, in the midst of darkness, continue to seek the light. They are those who are not content to simply survive, but who seek to live in accordance with their faith. And you may be one of them. You may not yet have understood that this pain you feel, this thirst that nothing on earth can quench, is in reality proof that your heart is alive, that it has not been swallowed up by the world. Allah often tests His chosen ones not to punish them, but to elevate them. He makes them walk narrow paths to make them lighter. He removes human support so that they finally rely on Him alone. He closes doors to teach them to knock on the right one. And perhaps this Monday is the day you realize this. When you decide to no longer chase illusions. When you finally choose the truth, even if it is frightening. You see, in this world, everything is conditional. Love, respect, attention. It all depends on what you do, what you give, what you achieve. But with Allah, it's different. He loves you for who you are, even when you do nothing. Even when you go astray. He never stops reaching out to you. He never completely closes the door on you. And this Monday, He says to you through every detail, every coincidence, every inner vibration, come back to me. Never underestimate a sincere response, because sometimes a single moment of authenticity with Allah is worth more than years of habit. This Monday, be true to yourself. Don't hide anymore. Dare to cry before Him. Dare to say that you don't understand, that you're afraid, that you don't know how to move forward. He will hear, and He will respond. Not always in the way you imagine, but always in a way that will heal your soul. You don't need to wait until everything is in order to turn to Him. It is precisely in chaos that He acts with the most power. Look at the prophets. Look at the righteous. All of them went through storms. But it was in those storms that they found peace. Not because the waves stopped, but because Allah was with them. And you too can find that peace. It is closer than you think. It is in a prostration, in a sincere invocation, in a night when you rise while the world sleeps. This Monday is sacred because it brings you back to what's essential. It reminds you that you're not here to collect likes or superficial successes. You're here to build an eternal relationship. You're here to sow deeds that only Allah sees. You're here to purify your heart, to repair what the world has broken in you, to find your direction again. And even if you don't know where to start, know that intention is enough. For with Allah, intention always precedes action. Don't be afraid to start all over again. Don't be afraid to be alone in your return. Allah's chosen ones often walk alone, but they are never abandoned. Every step you take toward Him is recorded. Every prayer offered in secret is heard. And every decision made in the dark, with sincerity, lights your path, even if you don't see it yet. This Monday, be one of those who choose Allah over the world. Be one of those who plant invisible seeds and trust the heavens to make them grow. And even if people don't understand your path, that's okay. You don't have to please them. You don't seek their validation. This Monday, remember that you are under the gaze of a king who knows you, understands you, accepts you, and is waiting for you. It's never too late. This day can be your new beginning, and that new beginning can transform your entire life. Sometimes, Allah takes you in a direction without explaining anything. He doesn't show you the plan. He doesn't reveal the reasons. He doesn't guarantee what you'll find at the end of the road. He just asks you to trust Him. And this Monday could be the moment when He asks that of you. To move forward without understanding everything. To be willing to leave a comfort zone that's suffocating you. To open a door you know nothing about, except that He's the one who put it in front of you. What seems unclear to you today may be the path to your elevation. But to see it, you must change your inner posture. As long as you seek to control everything, you miss out on hidden gifts. Allah works in silence. He often acts behind the scenes in your life when you think nothing is moving. He rearranges things for your good, even if you see only confusion and expectation. Allah's chosen ones are those who accept that sometimes light comes after discomfort. They are those who know that Allah's silence is never a rejection, but a test. And you, this Monday, are faced with a decision. Will you continue to doubt, to worry, to question every step you take? Or will you finally choose to submit, not out of resignation, but out of absolute trust? When you trust in Allah, you change everything. You no longer walk with fear. You move forward with the certainty that what is meant to be will be. That what is delayed is not delayed without reason. That what is withdrawn was not necessary. It is not easy, but it is powerful. It is this faith that transforms a simple believer into a chosen one. Not one who knows everything, but one who believes despite what he does not see. You know, there comes a time when you realize that the greatest deliverance isn't that circumstances change. It's that your heart changes. It's that you're no longer a prisoner of anxiety, doubt, or comparison. It's that you enter a state of peace even if the storm continues. And that peace, only Allah can give you. This Monday can be the beginning of that peace, if you accept it, if you let go. It's not about giving up on your dreams. It's about understanding that Allah gives you what's best for your soul, not just what you want here and now. Maybe what you want will turn you away. Maybe what you're waiting for isn't ready to receive you. Maybe you haven't healed enough yet to carry what you're asking for. And Allah, in His infinite wisdom, doesn't deprive you. He protects you. The chosen are often misunderstood because they see beyond what others see. They know that every day is a new opportunity to draw closer to Allah. They don't let the banality of everyday life distract them. They pay attention to what they feel. They interpret the silences of their hearts as messages. And they know that when one door closes, another opens, even if it is in the invisible. This Monday, Allah wants you to stop for a moment and listen to what's happening inside you. There's a call, perhaps gentle, perhaps discreet, but it's there. And it would be a shame to ignore it. Because every time you pretend, every time you carry on as if nothing is happening, you miss a message. And every missed message is a delayed blessing. It's not that Allah doesn't want to give you. It's that you're not yet ready to receive. Let this Monday be the day you change that. Be honest with yourself. Tell Allah how you feel. You don't need a complicated formula, just a sincere heart. Tell Him what you want. Tell Him what scares you. Tell Him what you don't understand. And then, let Him. Let Him answer in His own way. For His answer is never ordinary. It is always right on target, always meaningful, even if it comes in an unexpected way. There are times in life when you feel like you're in transition, that something inside you is dying to make way for a new version. It's not easy. You're losing habits, people, attachments. But it's necessary. You can't enter a new season with a heavy heart. This Monday can be the time you decide to do that inner cleaning, to let go of what no longer serves, to say to Allah, I accept what you want for me, even if I don't understand it yet. And when you do that, you unlock, you open, you create space, and it's into that space that the light enters. It's not a harsh light, it's a gentle light, a light that reconciles you with yourself, that helps you see that you were never alone, that everything you've been through has had meaning, that every pain has prepared you, and that now you're ready. Not because everything is perfect, but because your heart has changed. And that is all that Allah expected.